and welcome to Biztrends TV show. My name is Enyonam. Follow this program on all social media platforms. Share your thoughts and questions with us on each subject we discuss every weekend on Biztrends. This is a season dubbed Forward Thinkers. Many thanks to my sponsors. National Pensions Regulatory Authority is urging all entrepreneurs, employees, employers that the contribution towards your retirement is very key. So remember to walk to any of their offices and start your contribution today. And many thanks to Leaf Tomato Paste for always providing us with a healthy tomato paste for preparing our dishes in the house. If you want to become a distributor, just contact the marketing manager, the number you see on your screen. And many thanks to J&G Insurance Brokers. Remember that if you're going for an insurance policy, just don't walk to any insurance company for just like that. You need to call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo and his team, and they'll give you the best policy advice as to which one works for you best. And that's why you need to call on them for all your insurance policy advice. Many thanks to Novelty Innovations. They'll be streaming live all these episodes you're watching, and go to our YouTube handle to watch each episode you miss. Many thanks to Kwame Showbiz Boutique for my outfit. Thank you to Diamond Cosmetics for my beautiful makeup, and Becky for giving me this wig cap I'm wearing. Today our conversation is a tailor-made. If you're an entrepreneur out there, you need to take every word you hear on today's discussion. Importance of insurance to entrepreneurs, to business owners who are in business. The relevant, the importance of insurance to you. And to help me do this discussion is an expert, an authority in this industry. His name is Dr. Gideon Amenyedo. He's the MD for J&G Insurance Brokers. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, he'll throw more light on why you need to consider this as very, very important to your business. I'll be right back after this break.
And you know, my claim is not covered by the insurance policy I arranged.
Parkwesi, I've always advised you to let J&G Insurance Brokers, the insurance professional, handle your insurance to avoid gaps. At J&G, we analyze your insurance needs, we arrange cover with the best insurer with a track record of prompt claims payment, and above all, we facilitate and negotiate your claims. Call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo, the CEO, on 0244 333335 or 0504 333335. You can also email him, Gideon, at jnginsurancebrokers.com, or visit our website, jnginsurancebrokers.com.
Thank you very much, Enyonam. I'm calling Doctor right away.
At J&G Insurance Brokers, negotiating a great insurance deal is our business.
Waitress! Tomato paste when I would eat, I don't know. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Aha! This is what I call a journey.
Secret na LEAP. Leap. Someone named Leap tomato paste. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu obi aso. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and FNF.
For bulk purchase, contact 033-2095-314 or 050-141085.
Welcome back from that quick commercial break. It's still Biztrends TV show, and I have Dr. Amenyodo right here in my seat. Doctor, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you again. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Right. So how has life been? Tell me about life. How is everything so far?
It's been great. New experiences.
Right.
From an employee to an employer.
Right.
An entrepreneur.
Okay.
It's challenging.
Right.
New grounds to get. And for those of us who like new challenges, it's so exciting.
Right. That's who you are.
Yeah.
A result-oriented man.
Like yourself. Like yourself.
An action man. So we are discussing the importance of insurance to entrepreneurs. Throw more light on that for us.
Excellent. Insurance is a social good. I'll start with a gentleman who finished school. We used to live in the same area. This guy finished Legon. He had first class. And he was finding it difficult to get a job. So he decided to help himself. He got a small shop by the side. And because of his dedication and the rest, the stock grew.
Right.
And within a space of 2 years, he opened a big supermarket.
Okay.
Now, I live in the area, and one time I called him and I told him the importance of insurance, especially when you're an entrepreneur and you are growing. He listened, but he says, how much will it cost? So when we go into the cost, he says, no, not now, not now. The one day, armed robbers arrived, and they virtually brutalized all his workers. And they took a chunk of the money, and they took some of the goods. This guy has to go back to ground zero and start all over. In fact, few of our friends were able to get in some money, but he borrowed money from the bank, and till now he has not been able to recover. Now this tells you a lot about what insurance is all about. The issue is that once you're able to gather money and invest it, be it, let's take it for instance, a stock like this guy or big businesses like Accra Mall, etc. That big investment you have put in there, thinking of making a return, a whole lot of unfortunate things could happen. You know, there could be fire that burns down the building, you've closed from work, and employees in a rush to leave, somebody might have left the computer on. It gets burned before you realize, or even air conditioners are working. You know, Ghana, one of the things that for sure is that there will always be light off. You know, these days we are. And that light off coming, the short circuiting, before you realize, following day you come, the whole place is burnt. Where are you going to start from? You've taken money and the rest. So let me give another also example. Or these are real things. There was one time I went to church and I was coming back over the weekend. And as an insurer, whenever something happens over the radio, I try to pass by. Joy FM reported that there's fire in the industrial area. And there was this Lebanese, you know, I don't want to mention his name. He has a big factory, the whole factory was burned. So I drove to that site. And people were trying to encourage him because he wanted to commit suicide. And according to him, he has taken a huge loan from the bank. So when I approached him, I asked him whether he has insurance. He said yes. So I said, why are you worried? Once you've taken the insurance, you've done what others, the most prudent thing. Now, this comes to why the importance of insurance to entrepreneurs. Most entrepreneurs, when they invest into business, they're not looking for things to go wrong, but things to go wrong are part of what you have taken on once you want to go into business. When if you buy a car and you want to drive, you want to be able to always get to your destination. But you've also bought an unfortunate incident of once you are driving, a drunk driver driving into you. So you see, it's always good and bad that mixed together. So what you have to do is, it's not that I don't want to do it, but you must be prudent enough and put in measures. And insurance is the critical thing that every businessman has to do if you want to continue to go. So this second person, unlike the young man who started without insurance, what he did is that I just helped him. He used to have the insurance with one of the most reputable companies. And within 1 month, he recovered all his losses. So although there was fire, within a short time, he bounced back to business. Insurance is also part of the investment, the critical investment you have to think about. But unfortunately, most of us Ghanaians don't take insurance. In fact, if you look at statistics, most expatriates, as soon as before they even start business, they talk to insurers. They talk to insurers to advise them on the various type of insurances that they have to take. But typical Ghanaian, even when he takes the insurance, he doesn't want to pay the premium because he thinks that nothing will happen. He thinks nothing will happen. And
so that brings me to what kind of insurance suits who, and what the contributions are. We'll go for a break. When we come back, you'd explain that to us. I'll be right back after this.
Hi. In recent times, it has come to my notice that a lot of Ghanaians invest because of interest rates. There's no problem with that. Of course, you need a return and that's why you are investing. However, investing is not just about the rate. There are certain questions you need to ask. It is said that the risk-free interest rate, which is the Government of Ghana Treasury bill, is usually your benchmark. So, when you go to a firm that promises to give you a return higher than the interest rate, the higher they go, the more questions you must ask, because it's likely the riskier the investment is. So you've got to ask, where are they placing the money? What type of investment are they making? Who is regulating them? And indeed, you must take one step further and call this regulator and ask questions about the company, whether they are filing their returns, whether they are meeting all the policies, procedures, and laws. You also have to check how transparent the company is with information. When you are asking the questions, are they willingly giving you the answers or not? It's very, very important that you find out things yourself rather than rely on what a friend or a family member has said, because they do not always have the full facts. Find out the facts yourself before you invest, so that when you invest, you know you've invested wisely. Invest wisely, invest with DataBank.
Welcome to Kwame Showbiz Boutique. We are located at Achimota Neoplan, adjacent the Malcolm. For all kinds of events, weddings, award ceremonies, parties, engagements, just walk to our boutique. We have all kinds of clothes, very quality but affordable. We work from Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can also call us on the number displayed on your screen. Follow us on all social media platforms, Kwame Showbiz Boutique. Kwame Showbiz Boutique, West African best kept secret in clothing.
So welcome back from that quick break. It's still Biztrends TV show. Doctor, so briefly, tell us what types of the insurance are available and which ones should... I am into TV. So definitely, which one do I go for? And someone who is into a restaurant, which one does a person goes for? Do we have those kinds?
Excellent questions. Insurance is there for all aspects. Now, the basic thing you have to look at is that when you start small, your assets must be protected.
Okay.
The assets you have, maybe the asset is your building or your stock. If you're a shop owner, that asset can be damaged.
Okay.
So we call about material damage insurance, you know, so which comes in the form of fire. Most times, so that's the first thing you need to look at. Okay. So even if you're a small business owner, that is it. If you have a car, the car also can fall under the material damage. It's an asset. Right. And it's good that to go for comprehensive cover. Then you know that actually you are covered. Okay. Then of course, the most important part of your business is not the assets that you have acquired, which includes car. Right. It's the human beings that are working. Okay. Now, if, for instance, you have spent money training a particular individual who is key to the business, something happens to that person, how do you replace it? Okay. So we have what we call key man insurance, which you need to take. Then, of course, also depends upon the line of business that you are. You are a professional. Okay. And at times, your line of business, you are a journalist. You may come across libel suits, defamation, and stuff like that. So you can take a professional negligence against that. So there are various 1,001 type of things which this program cannot contain. So beyond that, these days we hear about a lot of what? Data privacy.
Right.
And we also look at what? Cyber crimes and the rest. So the trend now is also, you can wake up one day and your email, somebody has hacked into it, hack and the rest.
Right.
So we also have cyber insurance, which you can take.
Right.
And then also for big businesses, directors, you know, always, entrepreneurs, there's one thing interesting about entrepreneurs. And that is good, but at times also you need to what? Carve it.
Right.
Entrepreneurs always want to what? Expand and go to other areas. At times in their desire to move so fast, the people that represent the board of directors, they must go off and make certain decisions.
Okay.
Let me bring a typical one, like what we are seeing on the banks.
Okay.
Most of these banks that have been closed down.
Right.
Those directors may be prosecuted, etc.
Okay.
Now, but if they have taken directors and officers liability insurance, those charges, the insurance company will have picked it up.
Ah.
And now, also, individuals must be very careful.
Right.
When you are doing well, like Enyonam, you are becoming Oprah Winfrey of Ghana.
Amen.
So now, somebody may begin to ask you, come and sit on my board and the rest.
Right.
The first thing you have to ask is to look at their finances.
Okay.
But even if you go on, one of the things you ask them to do is to give you directors and officers liability insurance.
Okay.
Because you are a human being.
Right.
And you are not faultless.
Okay.
So that in case decisions don't go right, compensation can come in. Now, insurance is a social good, and it's very, very important.
Right.
In every society, there is a strong and there are the weak. In every business, there are strong and there are the weak. There is the unfortunate. Insurance, whenever unfortunate things happen to you, the strongs contribute, the premium paid by the strongs are used to what? Compensate the weak. So it's a social good, and it's in every aspect of your business. The list is endless.
Right. In recent times, Accra Academy was in the news for a fire outbreak. We heard of the accident that happened on the Takrady Road involving some vehicles that were traveling, you know, and many more. Most of the times, we are encouraged to go for insurance. Now, what's the difference between the insurance people and the brokerage people? Can you explain that for us?
Insurance, by its tradition, is such a complex venture in the sense that it's a social good. And the wording is said that there are some things that are covered. Like if you are taking fire insurance, fire is covered, so and so is covered. And there is also some things are not covered. A layman, when he buys insurance, thinks everything is covered. But when there's a loss, then you realize that no, I have not read the document well. And most times we Ghanaians, we like to watch, how do you call it, drama, African movie and the rest. But when you put the things right in, we have found one thing. So most Africans will not read. Now, insurance, because of the complexity of it, the tradition is that you must always, it's always good for you to appoint what a consultant, which is called a broker. And because of the fact that they want to make it easy for everyone, from the businessman to the ordinary person, the cost of that consultant is free to you. Unlike when you go and take other professionals like a lawyer to represent you. So you do not pay. If you now just get up and you walk to an insurance company, first of all, you might not even know the key decision makers. So there's a claim and you're going through bureaucracy, and it delays you. A claim that should be paid within a week takes about 3 months. Or at the end, maybe the loss that happens fall under the exclusion, which you didn't know. So you will have made a loss. But if you have gone through a broker, one, it's free to you. It's because you're not going to pay anything extra. If the insurance policy is 100 cedis, you use the broker, it's still the 100 cedis. Or the broker is able to negotiate something lower for you, that's fine. The fee for the broker is paid by the insurance company. So you have absolutely everything to gain and nothing to lose. So most times, brokers take delight in what? Advising complex businesses. For us, we represent PW, we represent BCM and top-notch insurance companies, you know. So brokers makes the work very easy for you. You can sleep knowing very well that a professional handles your business. One of the things I want to advise Ghanaian businessmen is that in Ghana, we are not used to using professionals. Look at the show that you run so excellently. You're a professional and do it very well, looking at every aspect of it. A novice cannot do it. The same thing with banking. The same thing with everything, law. There are some people, instead of hiring the service of a lawyer, they will chase in and waste their time to the court. Let's use professionals. So in insurance, which is a very critical area,
get the service of a broker.
And J&G is always there. You can always reach out.
Excellent. Let's touch briefly on the premiums. How is the calculation? Because at times when I remember a friend of me was talking recently, he said he has 2 cars, and he said, I want to insure them. Then I asked him, what's the value?
So he mentioned the value, and I told him, okay, I would ask how much it's going for. He said, I want to cut down the value so that they will not charge me too much. I mean, how does the contribution comes? I mean, how is it like? And
excellent question.
But before you answer that, let me go for pensions update. When I come back, viewers, I'm also concerned about that. When I was asked how much did you buy your car, I was contemplating, do I cut down the price? Do I mention the actual figure? So let's go for this pensions update. When we come back, Dr. Amenyeda will make us understand what goes into the premium, how it's calculated, and then what the benefit will be if you give the real figure in terms of payment of claims. I'll be right back. This is Biztrends TV show, and up next is the pensions brief.
My name is Ernest Amati Rondi. I work with the National Pensions Regulatory Authority as the director responsible for planning, research, monitoring, and evaluation. My topic for today is to look at the role of pensions in economic development. All over the world, pension funds have played a very significant role in both the economic and social development of a country, and Ghana stands to benefit likewise. Over here in Ghana, since the pension reform began, the pension funds have grown quite substantially, such that by the end of the year 2018, assets of the pension funds have grown in excess of 10% of GDP. Now, these funds are always useful in terms of promoting the Ghana's economic development by their investment in various assets, and that includes government securities, that includes infrastructure, that includes bank deposits, that includes equities, and so on. All these assets are a means by which the country's economic and social development is ensured. With particular reference to the capital market, there's always been the trend that capital markets all over the world are largely influenced and grown by pension funds. And likewise, if you look at the Ghana Stock Exchange, a huge proportion of the assets of the funds that are invested there come from pension funds. By that, companies are able to have access to the relevant resources in terms of monies to be able to encourage their growth, create more job opportunities, employ more people, and so on. That's exactly what pension funds are doing. In terms of infrastructure, likewise, the same story can also be told. Pension funds have been invested in energy, into roads, and many other things that have improved the country's economic and social development. And the trend is going to continue as we begin to see more and more of the pension funds grow into higher heights in the economy of Ghana. Thank you for your attention. For further inquiries, contact the National Pensions Regulatory Authority on the numbers that appear on your screen. Thank you.
Welcome back from that update. Now you know what to do with your pensions. Many thanks to my sponsors once again, NPRA, Leap Tomato Paste, and of course J&G Insurance Brokers. Doctor, I was talking about the amount that we pay, and then when it's time for claims payment and all that. At times we try to play smart, like I'm saying.
It reminds me of a very good friend.
Right.
This friend bought a car.
Right.
The car was 35,000, and he insured it for half the price because usually the premium is a rate. Okay. The rate is in percentage, so let's say it's 5%, and then that percentage will be multiplied by the value. So the higher the value, the more the premium. Okay. But this is what happens. Now, if you said this friend of mine bought a car, the car was 30,000. This happens about 10 years ago. Okay. And he thought he was being smart. All right. So he insured it for 15,000 instead of the 30,000. 35,000. 30,000. Okay. So, and unfortunately for him, where he was living was a very remote area. And thieves broke in, armed robbers, and took the car. Now, the insurance pays only the maximum amount. What you have actually is insured, maximum amount of 15,000. So they pay him 15,000. So he was saying that if I had known, if only I had known, I would insure it. Now, you insure it for 15,000, so you are paid the premium based upon 15,000. So it's 15,000 that they will pay you. The issue is that the premium that you pay should be commensurate with what you are insuring.
Okay.
So if you reduce the value, there's a loss. You will not be happy. So try hard. Look at insurance as an investment. You've worked so hard to acquire that asset.
Right. So you need to invest it for the value.
Exactly.
Right. Moving forward, this is 2020. There's an entrepreneur or a businessman watching you right now. In terms of going for the services of a broker, why should we choose J&G Insurance Brokers over others?
J&G stands out because of the experience of the managers. Like I've said, combined experience of the managers is over 35 years. Most brokers have worked only in direct insurance, but at J&G we have reinsurance experience, and we have also got other finance experience, so we can advise you on different areas. So the critical things that we do, which puts us ahead, is that we don't just stand up and get up and arrange a cover for you. We'll first analyze your whole insurance needs and give you a report that these are the losses, that these are the risks that you are exposed to. Then we will also give you an array of insurance companies who can cover.
Right.
So we'll give you this advice free of charge.
Okay.
Then secondly, when you give us a go ahead, then we will go around the market, try to get the best terms for you. Best terms, not necessarily only in the price, but making sure that you are properly covered and there is no gap. And the good thing is that when there's a claim, we'll guide you to complete the forms, and we will face the insurance company to negotiate.
Not me.
Not
you don't have to go and go through that stress. Go and come. Okay.
And beyond that, there's something special that we do that others don't do. We know that businesses actually struggle to sell.
Right.
So if you are in a business that you have salespeople, we'll train them for you free of charge. We'll also review your strategic plan and see whether we can help you.
Excellent.
So there are a lot of things that we do, extra benefits
that
we do that others are not able to do.
Let me play this devil's advocate. You mentioned that a foreigner whose company, got banned, quickly was, he was in pain, but you asked him if you said, yeah, I've insurance and all that. Why do you think that the foreigners rather understand the insurance system more than we, the indigents?
This is a very wonderful question. It's not the fault of the indigents, but because of our culture. We have the extended family system where we try to keep each other's company. It's a form of insurance. It's a form of insurance, but I'll call it reverse insurance. Reverse insurance in the sense that it's when the event happens that the people come together to come and help you. One thing we should understand is that it used to work very well in the past. About 30 years ago, our fathers, they don't have too much goals. They don't want to buy a car and things like that. So the little things they have, they're able to share. But today, everybody wants to buy a car. They want to do so. Everybody has a burden, a stress on his income. So if we rely on that extended family system, it cannot work today. So that is why foreigners, they don't have extended family system. You are on your own. If you don't arrange the insurance, nobody comes to help you. So it's something that they have evolve over the period, several years, 50 years in their country. So wherever they go, straightforward, they look for insurance. Ours also, the industry as we see it today wasn't like that. I remember when I finished university and I was thinking of insurance and I joined, I was disappointed. But today, it's a different ball game together, shining. So because the sophistication of the Ghanaian, income levels are going higher, things are looking differently. Although at times we complain that things are not so fine. But you need to travel to other African countries and see how it is like.
Most small businesses, we'll wrap up by saying, most small businesses will say, hey, J&G India, it might be expensive. J&G, how do I work to them and all that? To clear that doubt, what you have to tell small business owners, not just the multinationals, but to let them know your doors are open to them, to what you have to tell them.
Before then, let me just say something about insurance. Most time people think that insurance should be for the rich, but it's rather for the poor, because a rich man has 5 cars. If 2 of them got involved in an accident, what's the big deal? You have only this one rickety car which you love and watch. I remember my younger brother, he bought some a taxi. When he was washing the taxi, I said, is it what? Is it a Prado you are washing? He will wash it and clean it. You see, so that's the only thing you have. So you must take care of it very, very well. So you need insurance more than the rich man. J&G, our doors are open. We are social media very friendly. You can call us by phone. You can send us a text message. You can WhatsApp to us, and we'll trace you and get to where you are. We try to serve the clients where they are, and we are very, very versatile.
So finally, what do you think we are missing, especially business owners who are not using the services of brokers? What are we missing out on?
What they are missing is that at times they think they are insured, and when the event will happen, they are always shocked when the insurance company says that this is not covered and this is not covered, because they have not gotten a consultant to really put an insurance where there's no gap.
Okay.
And secondly, because they are not professionals, they are not able to talk with the insurance companies. You know, it's like you, a young person trying to fight a giant.
Okay.
But when you get a consultant who has muscles, who has worked with them, boot for boot, so they can negotiate a better claim. So they are losing a lot of things, which, and the good thing to them, good news is that these services are free for you. Okay. So why can't you make use of it?
This is a lot of a year that a lot of entrepreneurs or business owners are expecting. They have great expectations. What is your message from J&J? How do we find you? Emails, social media address, contact? Share those details with us.
Yeah, my last word is that this is election year. Election year, we know government try to do a lot of projects, and as a result, there will be a little bit of money in the system for people to venture into all areas. So it's going to be a good year. Okay. Also, as it's a good year, the unfortunate incidents will still be there. There will be fire, there will be burglary. So get insurance. And J&J Insurance, our numbers are so simple. Okay. It's so simple for you. 0244 333335. Okay. The 3s are 5 and 5 at the end. Okay. You can WhatsApp me, you can send me text messages. And the company is J&J Insurance Brokers. Okay. My email is gideon@J&J Insurance Brokers. Okay. So we are always there. Get in touch with us and we'll guide you. We'll make sure that you smile. And together we'll all help to build our motherland, Ghana.
Right. So there you have it. Together we'll help build our mother Ghana. Look, to, you know, cut off the stress that an individual like you would go and face at the end of the day in the name of not reading these terms and conditions. That's how it is. If you don't read it to understand it, and you go, they'll use the same thing against you. So to avoid that, seek for the services of a broker, and of course, J&J Insurance Brokers. This has been Biztrends TV show. My name is Enyonam, and many thanks to my sponsors, NPRA, Lead Tomato Paste, Novelty Innovations. They'll be streaming live the program, and of course, thanks to J&J Insurance Brokers. Because of them, Biztrends is always on TV. Had it not been for them, I don't know where I'll be today. So thank you also to Kwame Showbiz Boutique for styling me, and Diamond Cosmetics for my beautiful look. And hey, Becky, you've always got me covered with my recap. Thank you so much. City High Purchase. If you want all home appliances, go to them, pay 50% and take the item. Go home. You have 3 months, 2 months to pay the rest. And of course, if you want any inquiries about Dr. Gideon Amenyedo, just go to my social media platform, Biztrends Show, on all the platforms. Send me a message and I'll be quick to respond to that. Until then, thank you so much for watching, spending your Saturday with us. If you miss, watch Monday morning 11 a.m. and of course go on our YouTube page to watch, or Facebook. You watch the same episode. Thank you so much. I wish you a great weekend. Thank you so much, Doctor, for showing up. We appreciate your time.